Alien 3, directed by David Fincher, explores new dimensions of xenomorph physiology, further defining the life cycle as we know it today, introducing a unique variation of the alien born from a quadrupedal host, showcasing the species' incredible adaptability and genetic fluidity to a level unknown beforehand. Set on the prison planet Fiorina 161, the film features returning xenomorph forms with a new take on their design and biological function, as Ellen Ripley is once again forced into a survival situation with hope quickly running out. In the biology of Alien 3, we will be examining these existing and new alien types. While there are differences between the theatrical and assembly cuts, for this video we will be focusing on the assembly cut, as it is generally seen as the favoured version. Returning once again is the egg, although this time it features much less prominently, only appearing once for a few seconds in the film's intro. In this film, there is much less to say about the ovomorph itself, but instead how it got inside the ship in the first place. It is one of the most debated and enigmatic elements in the entire franchise. There are a few fan theories, but it is not explained outright in the film itself. But the possibilities of how it got there is a topic for its own video. Physically, the egg scene in Alien 3 is closer to the original's design, with upward opening petals instead of the curling ones from Aliens. Alien 3 is unique in the way it features two different facehugger types in one movie, something not seen in any other film. During the intro, we see a regular facehugger, and later, at least in the extended cut, a queen facehugger. At the beginning, inside the Sulaco, the regular facehugger is seen after exiting the egg, just as it burns through Ripley's sleeping pod, setting off the chain of events leading to Alien 3's story. It is the same colour and shape generally as those seen in the first two films, but is only seen for about a second. From this we can make out its legs and not much more. The queen, or sometimes called a super facehugger, is a lot more different in appearance. It has a darker coloration and a more rounded shape. Also to note is the membranes between its legs, like that of creatures with webbed feet. It is seen also very briefly, as it is held up by one of the inmates after discovering it near the facehugged bovine. This unique variant serves as the mechanism for implanting a queen embryo, ensuring the continuation of the xenomorph hive structure. The queen facehugger is a specialised form of the standard facehugger, adapted to implant a queen embryo into a suitable host. It is physically larger and more robust than its standard counterpart, designed to accommodate the more complex and vital reproductive role it plays. While its anatomy retains the signature features of a standard facehugger: long prehensile legs, a muscular tail, and an oral proboscis. The queen facehugger's presence explains how Ripley becomes the host of a queen embryo, despite the destruction of the hive and the queen in Aliens. This adds a layer of tragedy to her character, as she becomes a living vessel for the xenomorph's continued existence. The facehugger's ability to ensure the survival of a queen highlights the biological imperatives of the species, showcasing its singular focus on reproduction and survival at all costs. The queen facehugger's implied actions also deepen the sense of horror and inevitability in the narrative. Its successful implantation drives the central conflict of the film, leading to Ripley's sacrifice to prevent Weyland-Yutani from exploiting the queen for their bioweapons program. The Bambi burster is a term coined by fans to describe the chestburster scene in Alien 3. This specific version of the chestburster emerges from a quadruped host. Unlike the more traditional chestbursters from earlier films, the Bambi burster stands out due to its unique appearance and movement, reflecting the genetic influence of its host, known as the DNA reflex. The Bambi burster differs significantly from the humanoid chestbursters of Alien and Aliens. While those variations are serpentine and eel-like, this one appears more developed, with elongated limbs and a body structure that hints at its adult form. Its skin is smooth and sinewy, giving it a biomechanical aesthetic consistent with the xenomorph species. The creature already exhibits some rudimentary movement capabilities, allowing it to crawl and even scamper away shortly after birth. The Bambi burster has become a point of interest for fans of the franchise, as it represents the first clear depiction of how a xenomorph can incorporate host traits at such an early stage in its life cycle. The main xenomorph in Alien 3 is a unique and terrifying variant of the species, often referred to by fans as the runner or dog alien and ox alien, depending on the cut. Unlike the humanoid xenomorphs from the previous films, this iteration reflects the franchise's exploration of the species' genetic adaptability, taking on traits of its quadrupedal host. Its distinct appearance and behaviour make it one of the most memorable creatures in the series. The runner alien is born from a non-human host, marking a significant divergence from the humanoid xenomorphs born from human hosts in previous films. The species' biology allows it to incorporate genetic traits from its hosts, resulting in a creature that is faster and more agile. This runner xenomorph has a sleek design with a smoother, more elongated head and a leaner body. It lacks the dorsal tubes seen on other xenomorphs, and is covered in a glistening, sinewy texture that reflects its predatory efficiency. Its speed and agility make it a formidable hunter, able to navigate the industrial landscape of Fiorina 161 with ease. The runner's interactions with its environment and prey reveal a heightened aggression and efficiency in its killing methods. It demonstrates cunning in stalking and ambushing its victims, often using the confined labyrinth of corridors and ducts of the prison to its advantage. Unlike the xenomorphs in Aliens, which killed primarily to protect the hive, the runner seems to kill for survival or territorial dominance. The Queen Chestburster is a rare and crucial stage in the life cycle of the xenomorphs, representing the emergence of the species' reproductive leader. Introduced in Alien 3, this variant differs from other chestbursters both in its physical characteristics and its role in the hierarchy. Its presence within Ripley drives the central conflict of the film. The Queen Chestburster is more developed than standard chestbursters, reflecting its eventual role as a fully grown queen. The creature is shown with more pronounced and distinct features, as well as hints of the Queen's iconic crown-like crest. These traits indicate that the Queen begins to develop its distinguishing features at a much earlier stage than the standard drone or warrior xenomorphs. The Queen Chestburster's eventual emergence is prevented by Ripley's ultimate sacrifice. By throwing herself into the molten lead at the film's climax, Ripley ensures that the Queen cannot be captured by Weyland-Yutani for use as a bioweapon. This act of defiance not only prevents humanity from weaponizing the xenomorph, but also serves as Ripley's final triumph over the species that has haunted her for so long. In the next episode of The Biology of Alien, we'll be looking at all the different xenomorph forms of Alien Resurrection, so make sure you're subscribed to see that as soon as it releases. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.